Good evening, class and Professor Dr. Lisa Macon. Today I'm going to present about the project management plan, which is module 12. I'm gonna follow the rubric here. We have the cover page with the introduction. We'll have an introduction here. This is the cover page, which includes name, course data, title. Okay. Risk management assessment, resource management plan, quality management plan, conclusion, and professionalism. So let's start with the module 12. So this time I am creating this for the future client or users. I would say I'm Dr. Lisa Macon. This is for Software Developer 1 class. It's prepared by me. Have created this data management system, which if I follow some have some background. So we have been assigned it with an application creation which contains the logic, the GUI, and database. Formerly, we created a console-based an app. It's based on Java. So in my case, I have been playing this game called Marvel Rivals, which has really interesting shooting kind of game, which I have download all the information from the heroes, such as hero ID, name, HP, movement speed, anti-star health point, ult damage roll, and win rate. Uh, Initially, we were assigned to do the CRUD operations, creation, update, delete, and remove, and also to integrate our custom method as a PDF report generator. So this is a little background. So we have these like objects that we have, like how much what the values I say let's say inputs like the hero ID could be integer just 3 digits, hero name have to be 3 words, health point 750, HP, movement speed example A, all damage, and then hero role there is only three, dual strategies and vanguard, and custom method which is the win rate which is going to be calculated obtained from the marvelrivals.com website. Also, following the rubric, the risk management assessment. And for this project, I found some, let's say, some risk when I was trying to create the artifact after the uh, project was done for one phase, specific phases, and I couldn't. How can I say? Like after rebuild the artifact, sometimes the jar file was not working correctly or it was maybe located in another part or I didn't include all the resources. So I have that issue. To mitigate this or the contingency plan will be to always follow structure backup copy of the database and also the a specific path I am going to save the jar so the user can open it safely and quickly without questioning where might be the file location. Another will be the validation type by user verification. What I mean is that I initially had some specific format. However, in the logic phase, I needed to um, refine more. And when I went to the user interface version, the GUI, I was able to actually fix it. So as you can see here in this window, I have specific 3 digits, 3 words to 50 to 90. So there's a limit. And also the tester can actually put the information and validate at the same time that is working. So this is another contingency plan. The tier was the initialization of the application differ. So initially I was thinking this feature like adding more colors or adding more hover over function will be super easy or like very quick to implement. However, it's added more complexity the um, to the plan, to initial plan. It gave me more bugs to fix and it was uh, fun at the same time, but at the same time it connects to the point number 4, which is these features might be challenging as might be sound simple, but sometimes it's not that simple as the software developer thinks they will be. The resource management plan for this project. So I have been done all this project, but I clearly see that we can have four positions: project manager or lead developer who will be in charge of getting those contacts or like managing the people, motivating the teams, guiding for requirements that we need, that the client needs or the customer needs, the user needs. The software engineer or developer who will be doing the logic coding and debugging and also debugging and also creating the GUI, graphic interface. The database engineer will be in charge of integrating those GUI, also the logic with the database itself. So this have to be following all the plan that project manager deliver with the user, and also considering like user privacy, final user integrity. And the testing, the engineering, and quality assurance will be who will be performing a validation test and also try to break the program, as in this case our Professor Dr. Macon was doing during our evaluation. So this testing person will try to break the program as much as possible. Very important phase. Also, another resource will be initially stated the hardware requirement will be a gaming computer, since most of the user will be gaming um, folks or people who will be using this program. This user usually have um, this like middle to high-end computer, a gaming computer with 16 gigs of RAM and a very important video graphic card, 4060, with VRAM and storage of 1 terabyte. But usually they have higher-end computers or PCs. This one, as it was the initial specs that I delivered. However, in I have a gaming computer and it was much more faster, so this is already accomplished in the program. For software requirement, I have been using many different softwares. The Java, the software developing the SDK, the 17 plus. The IntelliJ was one of the IDE well, we were choose to do it with. I choose to do the SQLite, the FlatLab for formatting, cursive and coloring, like kind of CSS style. And a Maven also to have those XML files. And then in this case, we need the GitHub for versioning if we want to go back to the previous version and know what have been changed, and also to review documentation. In this case, um, we create a Java doc with all the information in the Java in the GitHub as well. So for the quality management plan, um, so in this case we follow the unit testing format where uh, in the logic first phase method, the second phase was the testing where we test all the CRUD methods, also the custom methods for generating reports and PDF. And for this future quality management plan, what it would be nice is to create this unit testing for specific GUI and database, so we can actually test user inputs. So it would be nice to have a detailed explanation of validation procedures such as invalidate input testing. So this is one of the Java doc we well created for this app. Finally, for conclusion, so I have four takeaway from this project. I would say initially, since I didn't see how a project management actually works for software development, I have an idea that we will actually go straight to code instead of plan and then specific format for all the methods, we'll say. This kind of shift how I was thinking about coding, since this way I feel like I have real hands-on experience now, which connects to the GitHub documentation, the testing phase, and actually this time I am following a structure. So this structure is really clear. So if user comes in with changes or updates or features, we can clearly have that documentation. So we can see what have been changed, what have been added, what cannot be done, or what is going to take more time. So that's really amazing. And I have some part that I was thinking coding will be fast or this will be taking time, but surprisingly, the GUI took me a while. I was thinking it might be easy, or the logic side when I implemented some interfaces to support like helpers was taking a lot of time since it was calling another function method. So that was really interesting to experience. So something that I was thinking will be taking less time took more time, and something that I was thinking will take more time took less time. Um, Also, it was really nice to actually use the GitHub. I really like this part of the class that we get to upload our project. I get to talk to other people while I'm doing on class at class because everything is now public. So this is one of my what the four key takeaway that I have from the class, and I really enjoy doing this project. Some sources, but everything so far so good. I'm really happy this project came up to something I really liked and that I am tied to so far playing the game. So I'm really proud of this project and whenever I have another mate, game mates, I just talk about it. Thank you, Dr. Marco, for the class, and this is the end of the module 12. Bye bye.